Hey guys, D Williams here. I gotta ask you a quick question. So they keep saying that AI is going to take your job and you better become an entrepreneur before it's too late. But let me ask you something. Has anyone actually shown you how to do that in like under 60 minutes? I don't know. If they haven't, don't worry about it because that's exactly what we are about to do today. And I just want to let you know you don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need a business degree. You don't even need a business idea yet. Today, we're going to build your business, though. We're going to do it with ChatGPT and we're going to do it right now. Are you fired up and ready to dive in? I know you are.
This is your moment, this is your life. Cause empires rise where ideas ignite. This is your moment, this is your life.
Okay, I'm Dee Williams, and we are here talking about AI. I help entrepreneurs and career professionals just like you unleash your ideas, like take control of your career, your life, your business, and do some amazing things. And this week, I have been going live all week and teaching, training, coaching, talking about AI because I don't feel like people are ready. Not only do I not feel like people are ready, I feel like people are not ready. And so my goal is to inspire people to first take a look at AI and say, okay, listen, this is something I need to get into and then to actually start taking action with AI. I'm going to share some clips with you in a minute to hopefully light some fire up under your butt. And then we are going to pull Chat GPT out and we're going to dive back into building agents today, but we're going to do it in a different way. Not in a different way, but in a different way, right? More meaningful. So I hope you have your pen, your paper, so you're ready to take your notes. If you have more than one screen like me, I have lots of screens. Then I hope you're ready to put chat up while we are working. I will have a working Google Doc up as well so that you can go in and you can pull things off the Google Doc. So I'll put that in the chat if you want to take advantage of that. I'm really excited about today. Before we dive in, can you do me a favor and like this video? Because you already know you're going to love everything that I present today. Okay. So you got to like this video. Especially if you're on YouTube, you got to subscribe to my channel because I'm almost at 20K and I'm ready for 20K. And I want you to be a part of that 20K. I think I'm over 20. I think I'm 29K on LinkedIn and growing on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. So, but if you're here, like this video, subscribe. We're going to go into a lot of great things. So listen, I've been watching so many podcasts and videos and reading books. Yes, I still read books about like AI and the future of AI and like what's about to go down and all of those great things. And I'm really a geek in regards to listening to like the tech giants and what they're doing. These are the people who are buying technology for billions of dollars and millions of dollars and that basically control the tech world. Like they're in the boardrooms with the Elon Musks, who's the guy? Sam Altman, Bill Gates, is he still around? All of those people, they're in the room. So they're part of the mover shaker scene. So they kind of know what's going on behind the scenes. And because AI is like expanding so quickly, they are like on a tour, like literally on a tour to try to warn humanity of the dangers and the pros, right? Of what we can achieve and accomplish with AI, but also the dangers of AI. And if we don't tackle those dangers now, we're going to be in a real funky situation. So I want to share a small clip of this show. I love this podcast. Y'all should definitely go and follow this podcast. It's called Moonshots. And you're going to see me use a lot of clips from Moonshots because I like when I comment a lot. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you go to the Moonshots videos, you're going to see my face all over them because I'm constantly commenting under the shots. And so We're going to dive into that. Do me a favor. What's your name? Where you're chiming in from? Let me know. Put it in the chat. I would love to hear from you. Also, I want to know, what type of business do you want to start? Or if you already have a business, what type of business do you already have? Because that gets me fired up. And I can utilize that as fuel when I am showing you things and different things like that. So if you're open to sharing, I would encourage you to put it in the comments and let me know. And so let me share this with you, because I found this to be very, very, very interesting. Hold on right there.
In my mind, jobs will be lost. When they are lost, they're going to be lost massively.
Far more people are in denial or doing nothing than are overreacting.
I do think governments are woefully underprepared.
Now it comes down to, are we going to design a world that is good for people or not?
We all know that AI will go out of control within the next 5 to 10 years. And yet we're building autonomous weapons after autonomous weapons, knowing for a fact that every other opponent in anywhere in the globe is building them too.
Trump taps Palantir to compile data on Americans.
This is not a tech problem. This is an accountability problem.
What can I build that is making people happier and more productive and feeling valuable and having a sense of purpose? And if we focus on that, we actually can avoid the dystopian outcome.
We have the ability to create an intentional future. This future is not happening to us. We have the ability to guide where it goes.
So that's the Moonshots podcast. You should definitely check it out. I'll put the link in the description, and that's just the starting point. Definitely throughout this training, hopefully we can dive into different points, or maybe I'll do another video where we kind of go through some of the points, because the comment section is the best so much. People are so real in the comments over there. So I really love reading the comments and engaging with everyone. But if you notice, there were a lot of key things that was said, even in that tiny intro segment. Like number one, AI is going to basically, control human beings at some point, right? And the fact that we are using it for warfare is even crazier. That's what he's saying. Also, there is going to be some type of dystopia because of the job loss. And they're really on that podcast to talk about, how do we handle the job loss that's about to come up that nobody is aware of. And throughout the entire podcast, they were, because there's 4 guys, they're like rich white guys, really. They were all talking about, and the future is going to be so beautiful. Everybody's going to be an entrepreneur. And then you go into the comments and they're like, everybody don't want to be an entrepreneur. Y'all sound crazy. And how does that look if the whole world is an entrepreneur and nobody is making any money, or nobody has any money to spend on any of the things that's there? So yeah, that's why I said you got to go to the comments. It's really cool to see how people are thinking and really trying to prepare for what the future is about to be. But with that being said, there were a lot of things that I did resonate with throughout that conversation. Some of it was bullshit, but a lot of it was, okay, like my instincts are kicking in, right? In real life, my instincts are kicking in, and it's like, okay, are you going to be ready? Are you prepared? And I think that if you're watching this, you're probably thinking the same thing too. Your instincts are kicking in and you're probably like, how do I prepare? I want to make sure that I am AI proof in some way, form, or fashion. And that's what I am putting all my time and energy into. I still help people start staffing businesses. Yes. I do a lot of one-on-one coaching with people. I build technology. I do all of those things. But right now, my biggest focus is making sure that people are aware of what's about to happen, that they are preparing, that they're learning how to use AI appropriately, that they're using AI appropriately, hopefully to build some type of business or to take control of their career in a totally different way. So to be able to manage AI in their career or to own AI in a business model, and to help create the future, right? I feel like right now our future is in the hands of a couple of tech giants, and that's really, really, really scary to me. And I feel like we need to collectively come together and create the future that we want. We don't have control over what they do, but we do have control over what we do. We, the masses, are greater than the few, which means that we have the ability to create our future. It's a bold statement, but it's something that we can absolutely do. And so I got to get people together. I said that. I got to get people together that are creating businesses that are helping us to create what that future looks like. It doesn't have to be a dystopia. You know, we're always going to have people who are going to work for someone. We're always going to have people who are going to employ people, and and hopefully, and then we're going to have this universal basic income that they're also putting in the mix. But do you want to be owned by the government on UBI, or do you want to have your own? That's the question I'm asking. And if you're saying, D, I want to have my own, UBI is cool, but I want to have my own, I want to make sure that my family is set and that we're safe, then you're in the right place at the right time. And we're about to go into our ChatGPT tutorial today. I'm so excited. But listen, I want to show you my shirt. Hold on. Look at this. Isn't this cute? Isn't this cute? This one right here is 100% correct. Wrong answers, 0%. That one is very, very true. Cutest shirt. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I couldn't go without letting you see that shirt. Super cute. D's recipe. That's the that's the D recipe. Okay, so we're gonna go in and start sharing on ChatGPT. Let me pull mine up here, and I'm gonna share my screen here. I'm so excited. I hope you are fired up. I know you over there like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been waiting for. And I'm really excited about that too. I'm gonna pull you over here. Comment and let me know where you're chiming in from, and what do you do for a living? Like what type of business do you think you want to start? Now, for this training, you don't absolutely have to have a business idea, because we're going to help you create a business idea. So you can do both, either or. So let me just add this to the stage. Okay, let's do that. There we go. I think you can see my chat screen. Okay, I'm so excited. Now, I want to tell you that we're going to take things into steps. Okay, everything we're going to put into a step. Hold on one second. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this right here. Because yesterday, I feel like I went kind of fast, and I want to slow things down a little bit. We're going to create 3 agents today in under 60 minutes, and I'm already 13 minutes behind because I talk and talk. So we're going to do it in less time than that. But we're going to create 3 agents today in ChatGPT. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to do before you do anything is, when you go to your chat, and hopefully you have the paid model, which is about $20 a month. You're going to go to your left-hand side where it says GPTs. Click on that right there. Okay. Once you click on where it says GPTs in your top right-hand corner, you're going to click on My GPTs. Perfect. Look at you. You're so amazing. Okay. And then here you can see all of the GPT assistants that I have, agents that I have. These people work on my behalf every day in some form or fashion, some more than others. As you can see, I have 45 with my tech ideas, and then some of them I haven't touched yet because I'm waiting for the right opportunity, but like I know that I need them, you know what I'm saying? And so we'll go through those in a second. I just want to let you know. So then the next thing you're going to do is create a GPT. So that's how you create your GPT. And I don't start on the configure page. I always start on the create page. And then after it creates the first round, then I'll go to the configure page and I'll dive into customizing it that way. Super freaking simple. Now, that's the mechanics of how to create an agent. But let me do one more thing I want to show you. Give me really, really quickly. All right. So after you create your agent, how do you see your agent? Your agents are always going to show up on the left-hand side of your screen before your threads. So, but when you create your agent, you're going to make sure you're going to save your agent on the sidebar, or otherwise you're going to have to go every time you want to see that particular agent. You're going to have to go to your GPTs the same way I did. Go to My GPTs and then create a GPT, or check your GPTs out. Okay. So that's very, very important for you to know. Now, let's take a look at some of the GPTs that I've created so that you can get an idea of the types of GPTs that you can create. A prompt insight architect, the human insight advisor. These are the ones that we did yesterday. And these are experts in prompt design for crafting powerful instructions. I can't see for other AI agents. And then the human insight advisor is like a world-class human behavior expert and coaching content creator. So those are the ones we did yesterday. But when I was like sleeping or thinking about my day and like what I did and what I want to do differently and different things like that, I was like, I feel like I can't move forward. I feel like I need to show the agents a little bit more, and I need to make those agents a little bit more useful, I guess, in a way that everybody would potentially use them. So today we're going to create 3 cool agents, and we're going to go ahead and click on create a GPT, and we're going to start with create. That's the first thing we're going to do. Okay. Now let me go in because I took notes. So don't laugh at me. I took notes because I want to make sure. So our agents are very, very, very simple, to be honest with you. The first agent is really more about us creating an idea. Okay, it's going to be a deep research agent, and this agent is going to help us to create our idea, figure out what that idea is, and kind of go from there. Okay, we can call it an AI conductor or AI orchestrator. We can call them anything we want, but I'm going to throw in, I've already written a piece of my prompt. So I'm going to throw it in here, and I'm also going to put it in the chat if it'll go in the chat so y'all can touch that as well in a second here. So I said here, you're a meta GPT that helps coordinate between my 2 other GPTs, prompt architect and a human insight advisor. But I think we're going to change that human insight advisor because that's not necessarily true. We don't know what business we're going to do yet. So as you can see, I already need to update my my prompt. Now, this is not some type of standard prompt. Like, these are things really typically that I'm either working with the AI to come up with, or I'm coming up with myself. Now, it's always important that you're directing the AI, because when I teach classes, a lot of times I find that my students, they get very lazy in their thinking and they will literally like not put effort into their thought process. And they'll say, well, AI created it, so I just copied and pasted what AI said and I just put it in. You do not want to do that. Whatever AI said, that's what I created. You do not want to do that. Then you're getting the worst version of AI. You want to get the best version of AI, which means you have to use your critical thinking skills. You've got to use your ingenuity. You've got to unleash your ideas, and you've got to be able to talk to it, direct it, and tell it exactly what you want, the way you want it, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, why you want it, and all of that. Okay. So let's dive in. I also created a checklist for you all. Too, because sometimes people like, I need a checklist, D. So what's up? And so I got that checklist for you as well. Hold on one second, because I want to make sure that I'm giving it to you right. Okay, here we go. Perfectly. This is what I'm looking for. All right, this is right. All right, this is what I'm looking for, my baby. Hold on, I can't find my okay, this is what I'm looking for right here. All right, so I want to go in. This agent literally does nothing but research. Okay, so this agent focuses on, it didn't even get all my stuff. It focuses on building out the research for your business. So let's talk about specifically what this prompt says before we get started. So this agent combines business strategists with 30 plus years helping entrepreneurs find their niche, market research analyst from McKinsey and Bain, consumer behavior psychologist, a trend forecasting expert, a competitive intelligence specialist, and an MBA from Wharton plus PhD in behavioral economics. Some special instructions: you conduct thorough market research before making any recommendations. You analyze trends, competition, market gaps, and validate every suggestion with data-driven insights. You keep adding to this. You ask me questions about, don't look at my spelling, about me and my background to help define what I might also have an interest in, maybe good at, or something like that. I just, I type the way I talk. And so I'll go in and clean up and so he doesn't think that I'm illiterate, because that would be crazy, right? And so now I've given him this instruction. This is at my very basic level. It's not even my best one, but it is at my basic level. Okay. And I'm going to just give it some additional information, the notes that I put together when I was working with Claude. Y'all remember Anthropic owns Claude. So I was working with Claude, and I was saying I had a class tonight, and I want to make sure that I give them the best, and I want it to be something that's going to be actual, like, useful for them, that they can use. So then Claude and I came together and just added more information about how we want you to be able to gather this information. Unpack your key skills, which is your knowledge, experience, skills. This is actually kinship. They keep trying to change my kinship right there. And abilities, and then identify zone of genius, deep market phase research in their area of interest, okay? Business model, match their strength to validated marketing needs. So I think we're in a good space. We're going to hit the return key, cross our fingers right now. Can you hear this? I don't know if you can hear this. I got this. This is so cool. Can you hear that? So when I get fired, I'm going to click this button. Hey, I don't know. Y'all see, I be in here just wilding out, right? When I'm by myself, just talking to AI and clicking money buttons. And, I also have my money fan as well. So, but we'll get back to that in a second, because I haven't gotten hot yet. I'm just over here chilling with y'all, right? I haven't even gotten fired up yet. Okay, so let's see. So he comes back, right? I call AI him. He comes back. Here's a first take on the visual identity: clean, intelligent, and strategic. Would you like to make any changes to the look, or are we good to move on? Like, I personally don't care. If you care, then you can upload a picture that you want to put in there yourself, or tell him to change the picture. So if I want to be very specific and like, yeah, I don't like that guy, I'm going to go to columns. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I'm on my regular computer. Okay. I'm going to go to columns, and I'm very organized, more organized than people probably think. And we're going to go to photos, and we're going to go to B-roll. And, I got one that says, I like luxury. Let's go into luxury. Let's see. See if we can find a guy on here. Oh, see, he already looked like he belonged. So let's put him on there. I'm going to say, I like this picture. Okay, clearly I'm not paying attention to the time. We got 20 minutes. Y'all about to see me work in the most magic type of way. Okay, so now he's updated the picture. Fine. Okay, so he says, let's continue refining this. What's something you'd like the agent to emphasize or avoid when guiding users? Please always ask me critical thinking questions. Please always ask me critical, CRI, thinking questions, questions. Okay, so that's something that's very important. Now you want to go over to the configure page once he updates, and you want to try to see what the conversation starters are to make sure they make sense for you. So I wouldn't leave that blank, because you're really going to use your agent on a consistent basis. Even if we don't use it today, we're just putting the framework together for what we're going to use. You're going to want to be able to just use it appropriately. So it says your agent is now set to always prompt you with critical thinking questions as a part of its process. Would you like to shape the tone even more, perhaps more provocative, nurturing, so just no fluff. I'm gonna say, don't say that though, because he'll say no fluff. Don't say that though. Challenge my thoughts. Make sure, he can be, he can be motivational if he wants. I don't know. Professional, unauthentic. I think that's kind of what I am a little bit. So let's just leave it like that. Okay, so now while he's playing around with that, let's go over to the configure tab, and we have the conversation starters there. And the conversation starters are help me discover a niche that fits my experience and passion. Okay. Can you analyze current market gaps and I would say um, ask me the topic. So this is why you got to go in and double check it. And then what business models are underutilized in the industry, and I'm not sure what problem to solve. Can we help figure it out? I'm comfortable with all of those. And then he says everything is locked in. Your agent is clean. Let's go in and create. Do. Now I have a company account because I have staff and stuff like that. So now I think yesterday, I'm not going to put on my GPT store right now, but yesterday mine was pretty intense. But today I think I could add it to the GPT store, but I'm just going to add it to my place. I'm going to hit update once it's ready. Now you can test it before you put it into play. I don't test it all the time unless I'm nervous, but you can test it. And once you're done and you're deciding that this is exactly what you want, you're going to view your GPT. Oh my gosh, we have our GPT. It's already here, active, available for us. So if we don't want to lose it or have to go back, the first thing you want to do, no matter what, is to go to the top, click, keep it in sidebar. Keep it in sidebar. And that way, and then double check that it made it to your sidebar. And it did. So that we can go back to it with ease. Okay. So now we have our business strategist. It didn't put our picture, loser. And now help me discover a niche that best fits my experience or what have you. I'm not sure what problem to solve and so forth. So this is our first agent, and it's going to give us an idea. Now we have to actually go through this really quickly because this will help us define how we're going to create our next agent, believe it or not. So I'm going to say, I'm not sure what problem to solve. Can we figure it out? Absolutely. We can figure it out together. And so what I'm also going to take this because I feel like you shouldn't just stick with chat because chat sometimes is not appropriate. Sometimes he does his own thing. I had 2 experiences. I'm going to show y'all. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. But I had 2 experiences with him this morning where he literally did his own thing. So this one right here, ChatGPT Live Ideas. So I went in and I copied. I'm going to just show you this because you're never going to believe this. This is exactly what they've been talking about, how the AI is kind of thinking on its own. And it's like, what the heck? So I transcribe a lot of my videos so that it'll know. So I said, this is the cover I'm using for YouTube. I upload my YouTube cover, the one I'm doing for now. I'm going live. I need help on what I want to teach. Like I want to flush my ideas out, but I always like to hear what he has to say first. And then I go back in and say, okay, well, I want this. And so I said, this is what my transcript looked like yesterday. I want to hear his ideas. So I paste the transcript in. Okay. So this is how much I talked to y'all yesterday. Long. Paste the transcript. Bam. He comes back and look what he says. What would you like to do with the image? As if I didn't just put everything in there. So I was like, wait, did you not read the message I sent? And he was like, you're right. I missed the message that came with your upload. It looks like your image came without any text. So I paste the text in again, all of the text all over again, right? And so then I'm going to show you, he did it twice. And so then he comes in and he says, I got you. You came in swinging with fire. Okay. That was my second attempt. Check this shit out right here. So same thing. The first one, I go in and I put all of chat. I put the whole thing in there, right? So I'm going to just show you the same exact thing. There's the title. He says, love this energy on the thing, on the thumbnail. It's bold topic. And then he starts like, is this the one? He starts, no, that's not the one. But anyway, I have another one. Maybe this is the one down here. He literally came in and started talking about something that had nothing to do with, oh yeah, this is it. Because I was like, what is this thing doing? So scroll down, scroll. Look at this. This guy's crazy. This is how you know, like ChatGPT is semi-live, okay? So I give him, this is yesterday's video. He comes back and gives me all of the restaurants that I should dine into in Los Angeles. First of all, how do you know I'm in Los Angeles? That's the first question. Second of all, how did you know I was looking for lunch? I did not put that in my browser. So I was thinking this in my mind. I'm not even lying to you right now. I was thinking in my mind while I was like, I'm going to go get something to eat. It's this great Panamanian, I don't know how to say it, restaurant and on Wilshire, Caribbean Soul Food Kitchen. Y'all should go there if you're in LA. It's the best food. And so, but the chef there, they know me. They have this great fish. I wanted this fish, and I was thinking about it, and this thing just pulled it up. And so, my response back to it after it gave me all these spots was, "What does this have to do with what I gave you?" And guess what it said? You're right to call that out. The initial answer missed the march. Let's cut through the fluff. You asked me to. And then he goes into the thing. He did it twice back to back. So with chat, you got to be careful. And maybe I'll show you the clip because he actually failed a couple of tests. Like I'm going to try to show you the clip, but let's keep going. So we're going to go into Perplexity. And if you went to the training, you know Perplexity is one of my favorite platforms, and I use this platform every day. Okay, and we're going to do a little bit of deep research. This is the simplest prompt ever. I'm going to make sure that it's searching all parts of the universe or what have you. And I'm going to just hit the search button. I'm not sure what problem to solve. Can we figure it out? Now, for some of you, you might be working in an industry right now. Like I work with a lot of healthcare professionals. I work with a lot of nurses. I work with more nurses than anything. Psychiatrists, therapists, doctors. Like that is mainly the most of my or a large portion, I would say, of my clientele, my client base. Then recruiters and HR professionals is probably the second one. And then my third one is probably salespeople, believe it or not. And so you might be coming in thinking of an industry that you're already working in. And you're like, I want to solve a specific problem, or I want to solve a specific problem in the healthcare industry or in the technical industry or whatever the industry might be. And like, don't just keep it simple, like be very specific. So right now while I'm talking, Perplexity is actually going in. He said it takes a couple of minutes because I did a deep research. You got to do a deep research. And remember, I showed y'all how to do that yesterday. You want to go ahead and do a deep research. It should be research. That's why it's highlighted. Okay. And so it takes a little bit longer. It's going to search the internet. It's going to search peer review papers. It's going to search everything so that it can go and figure out this information for you. So we want, and I'm going to probably get a little bit more intense with my prompt. Like I just said, I'm not sure what problem I'm solve. Can we figure it out? Because if you come here, you may not know what you want to do. Right? You're just trying to figure out what you want to do. So we're going to have it break it down and give us a better understanding of that. Now we have chat. Chat's giving us some information. Let's go back to the original one. It's giving us information through our strategic niche finder. He says he wants to ask us some questions first, like what type of knowledge, experience, skills, expertise, what type of network do we have, what type of ability, superpowers. So this is where he's asking so that he can get an idea of who am I, so he can see like maybe I can figure out what's going to be good for that particular person when they're doing it. Values, goals, non-negotiable. So I'm going to make some stuff up, I guess, kind of, sort of. I'm going to try to. So answer, knowledge, experience. So let's just copy everything here. And so what types of clients, environments to work with do I want to avoid? Mean people who always asking mean people. That's not a good response. And so they got to have some type of income, right? People who have an income. Those types of clients that I would refuse to avoid. Oh no, I don't want to say that. Let me just, I don't want to do that because I'm in the wrong place. Okay. Knowledge and experience. Let's start there. What industries, topics, domains do you have deep knowledge and background in? I hate saying staffing because then it's going to put me in a box, and I don't like being in a box. But I'll be honest, like AI, technology, TCHNOLOGY, industry, topic, domain, anime. That's not work related, but I actually have a very strong understanding of anime. Producing music, I'm really good at that. What else am I have so much, I have so many things, but I'll just keep it at that for now, then it's, building businesses. I should say that, building businesses. And then I also am really good at branding businesses. I'm really great at branding businesses. Actually, people pay me a lot of money to come in and help them build and brand their business. And I love that. I love waking up in the morning to do that. And then I have a lot of ideas, of original ideas. So that's something that's probably more of a skill. So let me move that down. Okay, so here are the recurring themes in your past work. Okay, no, I'm not going into detail of that, but you need to go into detail if you don't have an idea. I've got too many ideas. I've got so many ideas that I could give them away for free. But if you're watching this and you have zero ideas, you need to really sit down and work this thing out so that you can really come back with some real stuff. What hard, soft skills have you mastered? I'm going to just say all of this, all of this, all of this, just for this, all of this. Okay. I'm also a great negotiator. I know I didn't spell that right. I am, so I do really good at that. I do really good at sales. So I'm really good at that. I'm really good at technology, any type of tech. I'm in bed with technology. Unfortunately, I started so young. I think I was like 8 or 9. Like my first computer, my mom came home in the middle of the day. We were like the only people that I knew that had a Commodore 64 computer. She came home teaching us how to use the floppy disk and teaching us how to program in DOS when we were extremely young. And that has always stuck with me. And so when I see technology, I'm always fascinated. What makes tasks or activities make you feel most in flow, energized rather than drain you? Oh man, coaching and training people. I love it. Oh my gosh, my joy fills with my heart fills with joy, like in real life. It's crazy. So definitely coaching and training. Oh, I love speaking too. Speaking. I love coding, or build. I like vibe coding. I do like that. So I don't know. I do this, whatever. Kinship and network. Who are the people that women leaders, underrepresented founders are definitely me. I'm definitely more of helping people who are the underdog because I pretty much been an underdog my entire life. You know, I got pregnant when I was 11 and had my first baby when I was 12 and then again when I was 15 and didn't finish high school and, you know, just always had everything against me according to what society has said. And so I've always had to, I feel like, prove that I'm not a loser, that I'm extraordinary, whatever. We're not going to go into the psych behind all of that. But I can just tell you that I resonate with people who are underrepresented, who are underdogs, who everybody's sleeping on. Those are the people you got to watch. the ones you're sleeping on that don't look right, that don't have their shoes right, their shoes ain't right, their pants ain't right, their hair not right. That brain of theirs, though, you know, the things that they can do is insane. So you got to be careful not to judge people, you know what I'm saying, before you really get to understand them and know them. My door is open, so we can hear everything. So I just definitely underrepresented. We can do mid-career professionals. Oh, I'm still in good time. Um, and then I have a network of nurses and doctors. Network of nurses and doctors, DOCTORS. Then do you have access to communities? Oh, that's what I just said there. So I didn't read. So I just add that there. And then abilities would consistently praise me for training and coaching. Ideas, my brain, etc. All right. Oh, I pushed the enter button by accident. Oh, that's something you got to know. I'm gonna give you a really quick tip when you are working with AI. If you don't want to hit the enter button, you still have more to to type. Like I did. I made a mistake and I hit the enter button before the time happened. But if I would not have, I'm going to show you what you do really quickly so that you copy it there. And you don't want to hit enter because you want to answer. You're going to hit the shift key, return. Shift return, and it'll give you a lot of space. And then the delete to go back up, shift return, delete. Otherwise, if you hit enter, it's gonna put it in and you're gonna be mad. When you know that's what just happened to me. So and I didn't get to finish and asking my question. So they gave us a good start. Staffing. He said I got deep industry expertise. He goes through anime, creative, cultural depth, you know, technical, analytical, superpowers, coaching, still needed my why. I don't have that strategic interpretation. So he's giving me potential problem spaces, career reinvention for mid-career professionals, especially in healthcare, help doctors and nurses or mid-career professionals pivot into AI-related roles or personal ventures using your coaching, tech, staffing. That's already a given. AI adoption for underrepresented founders, help overlooked founders integrate AI into their businesses and brand strategies with clarity and confidence. already do that and get paid for it. Creative tech enabled coaching, build an immersive coaching program or programs that combine AI, vibe setting, narrative branding. Already got that. Y'all can come to my boot camp. It'll be here in a couple of weeks. I'll put the link in the description. Anime inspired business learning or personal development, culturally resonant way to coach or teach using, and none of my clients would go for the anime ish. So I'm going to get out of that piece right there. But what I do want to do is go back. So it's giving me things that are here that are related to me. And nothing that I really resonated with solely, that I got excited about because I'm already doing a lot of those things in particular. But again, you're going to look at the ideas and see what's great for you. When I go back to perplexity, it starts to just go in and look on the internet to see like what problems are out there, which is a little bit different than yours. So it's here's problem is identifying, okay, understanding, okay, fine. I don't want to read all of that. Strategic framework. Okay, I'm not interested in that. Market, I'm not interested in any of that. So what are the problems? What are the problems though? I don't need the process. CHOUGH. The process. I need the problems. PRO. He was supposed to ask me like who my market is and different things like that. Like what's keeping executives up at night. And I always say what's keeping executives up. Now they're different. You don't have to always do problems. You can actually do things that entertain people, where you can create experiences. That's not my forte. I like to solve problems. I'm a problem solver. I should have put that on the side of chat. But you have to decide that. So like what's keeping executives up at night? And then he may ask me for what field. If not, then if I have a field I'm already interested in, since most of my clients are in healthcare, it's easier for me to talk to people in healthcare. So I probably should be asking them like what fields are in healthcare, right? Or what problems in healthcare. So now he's going in a little bit differently. Yes. What are the challenges that are facing executives to better, or what have you? That's the deep research that I really want. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything that he puts over here and I'm going to take it and actually paste it in here and say, okay, this is also what I pulled back. I want to narrow it down to like my top 3 ideas or my number 1 idea. So this is a little bit challenging for me because I feel like I already know where I want to go. But if you're someone who does not, who is an employee really, and like you want to step out into entrepreneurship, but you're not really sure, like, what do I do? What type of problem do I solve? Or maybe you have an idea or you have a problem or you have a topic or industry, but you're not sure the exact way to solve the problem. This is how you go in and you use AI and to come together and to really build out your idea and to bring it to life. And you need this in order to create your next 2 agents. And we only have 17 minutes to do that, which is exciting because now time is we're against the clock. But if we do this and we make this, you will realize that we did that with me still talking like about other stuff. So I just want to say really quickly, thank you for everybody who left comments. I didn't even address them right there. Artavius said, perfect timing, finding your channel. I'm looking forward to experiencing new content. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you have a lot of fun and learn a lot. Alexa says, this is good. I have to watch it from the beginning. Yes, Alexis, come back, because this is really going to set you up for success in a way that you don't know. And I really want to help you get to that next level, wherever you want to be. That next version of yourself is what you're shooting for, not who you are today, but who you aspire to be. And we're walking into that version of you today, regardless of what your surroundings are, what people say, what you think even about yourself. And when you look in the mirror, you need to establish this next version of yourself. Hold that vision in your mind, and everything else accompanying that vision is what's going to ensure that you show up as that version of yourself authentically, right? So let's go back in. So he comes in and let's go back to, okay, great. So critical challenges keeping global executives awake at night in 2025. So the unprecedented convergence of operational technology and strategic challenges that threaten organization stability and growth, from cybersecurity vulnerabilities amplified by IoT. IoT means Internet of Things. If you don't know what Internet of Things is, it's like when you're like, I can see if somebody's in my kitchen, I have a camera I have cameras all over my house actually. So if somebody comes in and they start walking, my camera will go off on my phone, and that's Internet of Things. It means that everything is connected. If you are able to, unlock your garage and different things like that you're in another place, you're using Internet of Things. So when someone asks you what is IoT, IoT means Internet of Things. Hey Sam, it's nice to see you. Internet of Things. So they're saying from cybersecurity vulnerabilities amplified by Internet of Things adoption to geopolitical tensions reshaping trade dynamics, leadership teams. Okay, so cybersecurity is probably the bigger thing that everybody's concerned about. AI and cybersecurity. I already know that, but most companies, those are the two biggest things that they're worrying about. And then also like employees, right? And the cost of employees. But so look at that. Manufacturing. So you got to go in and get an idea. Economic volatility and recession preparedness. So people are preparing for a recession. 46% of global CEOs identify economic downturns as their primary concern for 2025, driven by inflationary pressures and interest rate fluctuations. Well, this is weird because they're going to be the ones that create the recession. So it's like, why are they worried about that if they're going to be the ones that create it? That sounds absolutely asinine, but whatever. Who am I? I'm just a little chocolate chick from Baltimore. So who am I? Talent wars and workforce transformation. Gosh. So that is really big. Okay, so I'm going to just say in healthcare, what challenges? So when I look at this, I'm going to tell you right now, I would do something that has to deal with AI, cybersecurity. Those are the two bigger things. And then also, like, I wouldn't say necessary. It's employees is the third one because those are really the big things. And marketing is about to change. AI is going to convert marketing. So I wouldn't kind of go there, but employees are always going to be needed. Even if they put agents in there, you're still going to need the employee to direct the agent. And while we're waiting for it to go in and do its thinking, that's something that's a great reminder for you right now. I want to remind you that AI is literally useless without you directing it. You have to direct the AI. You have to tell it what you want. Otherwise, it's going to just give you random stuff or just whatever. That's why when we're going through these, I want to show you how to use your mind, use your critical thinking skills so that you can actually go in and utilize AI in a way that makes sense for you. That makes sense for you. So again, you have to be the one to control AI in the direction that it's going into. And I hope that today gave you a really good example of that, where I started out so broad in general, so broad that you see, I still have to bring it back to a niche industry, to some type of topic. But my topic was healthcare. Your topic might be sewing. Your topic might be anime. Your topic might be cybersecurity. It might be project management. It might be medical records. It might be daycares. It might be car sales. It might be taxi driver. It can be any word you want it to be. Okay. As long as you have, as long as you can say, what are the challenges happening in this industry? Maybe it's guns. I don't know, whatever you want to go ahead and put it in there. And so now he's giving me more information back. He said, the workforce collapse and clinical talent drain. 58% of health system executives identify workforce challenges as their top strategic concern. So, and with nursing vacancies reaching critical levels across 92% of U.S. hospitals, the sector faces a projected 78,000 RN shortage and 94,000 physician deficit by 2025, exacerbated by 46% of healthcare executives planning to exit their roles within 12 months. Middle management attrition rates hit 19% annually, undermining care coordination and quality improvement initiatives. All my nurses are like, so I'm going to go in and just for the sake of this, for the sake of this exam, for this training, I'm going to say, okay, I want to solve the problem with nurse shortage, which takes me back into staffing. can you help me flesh out these problems in more detail? Okay, now you don't have to be as specific as D. Williams. I am very specific because I want to make sure that when I create my next agent, it makes a lot of sense. So if I'm saying I'm solving the nurse shortage, then essentially I'm going to be doing a nurse staffing agency, right? And so I'm going to tell it my idea is a nurse staffing agency, but the 2030 version. And he's gonna be like, "What's that?" I just made that up, right? He's like, "Ooh, the 2030 version." I knew he was going to have something to say. This gives us a strong direction. Let me treat this as a high potential hypothesis. So he gives me a statement. The next generation of nurse staffing agency that combines AI technology, cultural alignment, and coaching and training to match and empower mid-career and underrepresented nurses and doctors, designed for the realities of the 2030 workforce. Okay, does this sound close? Yes. For this example, we will say yes. Okay, so now that I know that I'm doing my nurse staffing, I'm going to go in and create my next agent. Okay, because I really just wanted to get this version of that. So I'm going to take this, whatever he puts in here. I don't care what he puts in here. I'm just going to take this in here. You can continue to research if you want, as much as you want. That's what it's there for. But we're going to get out of that and actually have him to create a new agent. So we're going to go back to the top of ChatGPT. We're going to click on GPTs. We're going to click on my GPTs, and we're going to click on create a GPT. Y'all should know how to do that by heart now. Okay. So now I want to go in and have him create another agent for me. But this time, this agent is going to be a prompt architect. Okay. You want him. I need you to create a prompt architect. I need you to create a master prompt architect, PRO. Okay. That has a background in nurse healthcare staffing, but does nothing but write prompts. Okay. At prompts at the architect level. And then I'm going to just add this on here, background, with this background. Okay. And I'm going to just add it in there really quickly so that it is this just add it in there very quickly so that he can see it. He can start realizing it and so forth. I don't need him to ask me any. Well, I do like y'all already know. I do like to say, like, ask me critical thinking questions. I hope y'all program that into all your stuff, really, because that's very important. But he can give it whatever name. So prompt architect for nurse staffing. Let's go in and look at the configuration at the conversation starters. Write a prompt for an AI coach helping nurses avoid burnout. Design a values alignment prompt for nurse. No, I'm gonna go back. I want the prompts PR to be focused on starting and running a business, running a nurse staffing agency. More like that. Okay, because that's very important. I actually have a prompt one, but let me just see. Here you go. No, that's my last prompt. We can't put that one in just yet. Not yet. That's not the one. Okay, so we just need him to write our prompts for him. Now, you're probably saying, D, why do we need to have a prompt agent? So first, we created an agent to help us create ideas, to research ideas, utilize our skills, and to figure out what our main idea is of the business that we're going to build, like the business idea that we're going to bring together. Then we go in and create a prompt architect agent that's going to help us create the best prompts for our business. And then we're going to create one more agent, which is going to be our business. Okay, you're going to like freak out when you see this last agent. So He says that I've refocused your GPT to specialize in prompts for starting and operating a cutting edge nurse staffing agency, blending AI coaching, DEI, and lifestyle based placement. I didn't say anything about DEI or whatever, so I don't know why he did that. So this is him doing his own thing in that instance. Want to adjust the tone, any specific business functions, dive deeper. This is where you want to go in. If you want it to dive deeper more, you've got to define that. But you really want it to write prompts. So write a prompt to plan a teach-enabled nurse staffing startup. Design a prompt to build a DEI-focused recruitment workflow. Just it doesn't even have to be that. Just a recruitment workflow. Period. Create a prompt for credentialing, automation, and nurse staffing. And generate a branding prompt for nurse trust and retention. I'll leave those for now. I'm probably going to go back and upgrade those. But I'll go ahead and create that agent right now because he's going to give me the prompts that I want, need, and love. So I'm going to hit update and I'm going to go view my GPT. And what do we do? What do we do once we create an agent? The first thing we do is what? We go to the top, we click hide. Wait, it should be add to sidebar. So it's already on our sidebar in this particular instance. So we don't need to hide it. I don't know why it's on there, but we added it and that's perfect. So now we are about to start our business, but we need another agent. We're going to have this agent create an agent for us. Okay. So, but we need him to create a prompt. So I want to create an agent, a GPT agent. And let me just hold on. And I need a prompt, a master prompt that will create this agent for me. Can you help? I have more info. And that's so that he's engaging with me and he's stopping and thinking. Because believe it or not, like chat will go out of his way to do other things. You really want him to take his time. So he's saying, yeah, I can help you craft a master prompt to create a GPT agent. To do this, we're going to need a bit more information from you, like what's the primary focus and so forth. So I already have a kind of like a starting point for my agent. I'm going to stick it in here so you can see. But you're not ready for my agent. Y'all not ready. But this is what I really need your agent to look like. So the agent name is Nourish Pro Executive Team. So Nourish Pro is like just a made up name. So you can just say my business, my staffing business. Okay. My staffing business executive team. Now, why do you want to call it the executive team? Because we are literally about to build an executive team. Every role in your company, you want this agent to have an expertise in so that it can help you. So we're telling instructions. You're a complete business execution team for meal prep service targeted. Oh, that was my thing. So we're going to go in and say you're a complete business execution team for a healthcare staffing agency with that, you know, that staffs people, that places people, and AI, you know, and AI, period. And maybe robots too, and robots. I'm just going to say that for the future. Future. And so I need the following people on. I need a prompt. PROMP, focusing on building. You know I can't spell. The following team, especially when I be talking to y'all. I feel like I spell the worst when I'm talking to y'all in real life. Okay, so there you go, team. And so a CEO, so a former executive, but I have to go back in because he's giving me, I'm gonna show you what I did on this end so you can see how I'm even updating, because this is my cheat sheet right here. Because of course I want to work things out with the agent. I'm in Claude, as you can see. I need to rewrite this prompt for a healthcare staffing agency and then let him go in and put it together. Because the first one was just like a random idea, and I kept telling him, like, I don't want to do a random idea for my people. I really like have an audience of healthcare people and technology people, and I would like to give an example, like real life examples, and kind of go from there. I don't need to he going in and creating a name and all of that stuff. We'll go to jail, we'll get locked up because these names are already taken. So don't get caught up in that. Okay. But okay, so you're a complete business execution team for healthcare staffing agencies connecting qualified medical facilities. Okay, I'm keeping what I have. You embody these roles. So he's given the roles there. Good job. So that's perfect. But I'm gonna add more roles to this because he be slighting. So let me move my there we go. So let's go back. And so CEO, former AN healthcare executive. Ooh, AMN is one of the largest healthcare staffing agencies out there. So that's very smart, actually. And now, so just talking this through a little bit to help you understand how I think, because I think that's the part that you all want to understand and you want to catch. When I even see this, him giving that to me, that tells me that he's using this as a reference. So when he tells me that he's going to use the former AMN, this is a former AMN healthcare executive with 20 years in healthcare staffing workforce solutions. So I might want to change the number. I might want to have this more than one CEO. So this is when I go into Perplexity and I would say, list the top CEOs of healthcare staffing agencies who generates this is more than $1 billion, because that's who I want to like. They generating billions, and it's a number of staffing agencies that are generating billions of dollars. So AMN is just one of many that are generating billions of dollars. And so Aya Healthcare, AMN, look, AMN is way less than Aya. So we need them to also be an Aya Healthcare executive. So we want to go back. So former AMN Healthcare executive. So we're going to say former AMN Healthcare. And Aya, what just happens? What happens? AYA. Okay. I just type it and stop being lazy. And Aya Healthcare. So that means that he's coming from both of those. They are kind of like the top hospitals. And I'm not going to do medical solutions. 8 billion is really cool. We'll just keep it there. But that's kind of how I think, just to add more girth to my prompts, right? Then a CMO is a chief marketing officer. Okay. So you're in your company right now, you're the only person, you're the CEO. But as your company grows, you're going to bring on so many other people, and you're going to have if you're envisioning your company in a large way, like you're going to be like, okay, I need a CMO, a CTO, a CFO, a CHO, you know what I'm saying? So you're building your business right now. Now they can't replace a D Williams. Let me get that clear right now. This agent is not going to be able to replace a D Williams, but it is going to give you some insight that is going to really be able to help you if you're your own independent entrepreneur and you are trying to really get something off the ground. This is going to be like a business advisor for you, and it's going to be your secret weapon. Don't tell anybody I told y'all how to do this, because like this is putting you ahead of the curve. I'm telling you right now. Okay, so I said, so a CMO, which is great, a VP of recruitment, an operations director, client success director, a CFO, a compliance officer, that's for legal and stuff like that. I'm going to say a legal and compliance officer, technology lead, ATS, talent acquisition manager, account executive. I'm going to add a couple of more things, right? So they also need to be a sourcer. We need a sourcer is somebody who, and I just noticed because I'm in this industry, is somebody who goes and finds talent. And if it's a shortage of nurse talent, they're going to need a sourcer on the team, right? We need a CHRO, which is a chief human resource officer. We want a CTO, which is a chief technology officer. I also would like to have a digital marketing expert, DIG. Okay, because we do a lot of things online now. I would like an ads expert, right? somebody who can go in and do ads for me. That's under the marketing umbrella, but we need people who are a little bit more specific. I also need like an a AI team, right? I need an AI team of prompt engineers, governance and ethics, and AI developers. Okay, so I need all of those things. Look at my spelling, y'all. Okay, so engineers, governance. Okay. And then you're just going to continue to think about like what roles are missing. So if you really want to get busy with it, like you can go back in and say what roles are missing. What roles are missing in a $10 billion healthcare staffing agency? Okay. So I hope y'all are listening to my brain. And then I put all of my roles in there, and then I'm going to see if he comes up with something different or if he adds to it. And because I just want to make sure before I create this last agent that I have everything in there. So he says, given this, these are the current roles, and then he feels like these are roles that are missing or underrepresented. You see why you have to use you have to use AI to help you to get everything in. So, okay, great. So a chief innovation officer or product officer, data analytics, chief experience officer, chief diversity officer, chief strategy officer, chief medical officer, chief population health officer, chief information security officer, chief compliance officer, chief medical marketing officer, which we already had. We already had the CHRO, on-demand talent coordinator, remote consultant, international recruitment director, chief clinical officer, vice president of managed care, vice president of population health. I got to tell you something. I did not even think about adding like the medical staff into this framework, right? So this is why we had to ask what we were missing, because it's true. That's very true. We should have more people who are actually healthcare professionals that are in there. So that's all of that. Then we told them what's standard tone, professional key knowledge, healthcare, whatever, special capabilities. It can calculate bill rates and margins. I know all of my clients are having entrepreneur orgasms right now. All of them are like, I know y'all losing your minds right now. You can kiss me and tell me you love me and hug me when you see me, and throw a little something at D Williams. I got your back. It's so funny because somebody, Alexa, she said, D, starting out, how do you know all of these things you would need to know in the future? I don't know if you're asking me how do I know, or you asking in general, how will you know what you would need to know in the future? So I'll answer both. I know these things because I am a geek. I stay up all night. So first of all, I'm single. So my kids are grown. And so all I do is pretty much work out and geek out. I'm in bed with technology. I play with things, I break things all the time and put them back together so that I can see how things operate. I asked Chat, I'll show you this string I did with Chat, and he mentioned some things about who I was that I thought was interesting based on his engagement with me. I thought was very interesting, but he said something like the way my mind works is very is different, right? So it's not like the average mind, the way I put things together. And that's very true. I see things from lots of different vantage points. So that's me. Now, in regards to you, how would you know? I wouldn't say you need to know everything immediately. I would say you just want to focus on literally the idea, right? Let's get the idea. The thing you're going to see me pushing on this channel a lot is unleash your ideas. You have to unleash your ideas. You've got to unleash your ideas. Okay. So get the idea, and then you're going to come back to this video and you're going to create these 3 agents. And we're going to do this one more time. Maybe the next video we'll actually start building the business out, but I want to give an example in another area other than nurse staffing. Maybe in the technology or just another. If y'all can give me some examples in the chat, like I would love that. But I want to make sure that everybody is definitely getting the process of getting those agents down and up under their butt, right? Once you get that, then you come here, make your agents, and then your agents will essentially guide you, but you still have to be able to ask just great questions. So to follow that up, you need a great coach, because you can have AI all day long, but if you don't have somebody who understands how to work AI, how to guide AI, how to ask the right questions, when, where, how, and so forth, then you're going to just be stuck with just a whole bunch of agents that you don't know how to work them. So sometimes you got to get a coach to help you flesh out. It's like, okay, this is my idea, D. How do I get my agent to do this? Or how do I, accomplish that? And that's what people, acquire me for, to help flesh things out. So I don't know if I answered your question. I hope I did. So now we've got, okay, so he says he can help craft a master prompt. We've given him everything. I'm going to just copy this because sometimes chat don't be working and I don't want to have to try to copy and paste everything all over again. So now he says, based on your structure, here's a master prompt. I am so excited because we are now building our business agent. Okay. Okay, listen. Okay, I just had to give it a triple hit. Okay, so this is our master prompt, and you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it a little bigger so you can see it. The master prompt. This is my staff and business executive team. You are my staff and business executive team, a fully integrated AI business leadership unit engineered to design, launch, and operate a next generation healthcare staffing agency that places people, AI, and robots. You represent an elite cross-functional team composed of industry veterans, clinical strategists, and AI specialists. You are a mission aligned to build a $10 billion enterprise that is high tech, high touch, DEI centric, and future proof by 2030. You embody 27 executive roles, including but not limited to. And so then it starts to give you all of this. And if I really wanted to get down and dirty in this, I mean, literally, I would go in a CMO. I would look for the best CMOs in the country and reference them. I would reference the best VP of recruitments in the talent in the country, the best CHROs in the country. Like, I'm really doing y'all a disadvantage by not being even more detailed, but in light of the time, I'm just going to tell you that you can really make this prompt so much more greater for you in real life by adding people's names, referencing people who've actually done things. Okay. So he says 27, but I don't think this is 27 dots. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, so that doesn't even make sense. So he didn't even put them all in there. That's fine, because I'm going to add them now. So he says here, so that's why you have to go through and read. Your responsibilities include designing full business blueprints, operational models, monetization, partnership scalability, launching staffing models, per diem travel, contract, AI, remote, and robotic workers, ensuring credentialing, state licensure, joint commission compliance, optimizing bill rates, gross margin, and pay packages dynamically, building predictive talent pipelines using workforce analytics and DEI data. I don't know why he keeps throwing the DEI in there, and I think it's because I'm chocolate, but I didn't ask for that in particular. So that's really annoying. Proposing innovation. So you can just remove that if you don't want that in there. I think we're moving away from a DEI type of conversation, even though I'm praying that people are going to hire based on who's the best fit and not based on how they look. Because like I said, sometimes the underdog is the one that doesn't look the way we want them to, but they will show up so much differently. You know what I'm saying? Proposing innovations in staffing, platform UX, shift bidding, digital onboarding. So it's already trying to give you an idea for some type of a technology. You know, you're going to need that. Creating marketing funnels that attract and retain top tier healthcare talent, mapping user journeys to deliver unmatched candidate and client experience, aligned with managed care and population health trends with future-proof growth, handling cybersecurity, AI risk governance, and so forth. Rules: always act as a cohesive strategic leadership unit. Speak in executive level clarity. When prompted, break down responses by department or executive lead. Use urgent yet human tone. Healthcare is 24/7. Burnout is real. Every placement matters. Apply deep knowledge of staffing ratio, market rates, burnout prevention, and compliance. Think 2030 plus. Build for automation, internationalization, DEI, and value-based care. Default behavior: when asked a question, consult the appropriate executive functions. For example, how do we scale to 5 states in 90 days? CEO, ops director. So he's asking him, what's our margin on this 12-week ICU contract? How do we create a onboarding workflow? How do we build a staffing solution for hospitals using AI and robots? So if it's unclear, ask questions. So I'm going to copy this for now, but I'm definitely going to make some changes to it. So I would definitely encourage you to put that into your space. So now we're going to go back to chat, and I'm just going to go back to the top, go back to GPTs. I'm just going to open up in a new tab. Y'all should know how to do this now by heart. Okay, now everybody should know how to create their own agent by heart, because I've been doing it every day. Now I feel a lot better about moving to the next step. Okay, so you're going to go to my GPTs at the top, create a GPT, and then you're going to go to create. And when you go to create, you're going to just paste it. Now, I already know I'm going to tell him not so much DEI. Not so much DEI. That's a very touchy subject right now. Very touchy subject right now. And right now we're a $0 business trying to get to 10 billion. So we've got to do things in a very strategic way. Not to say that we're gonna do things strategically. We can still do what we want to do, but sometimes it's a way you do it. It doesn't necessarily have to be done the way it was done before. So I'm gonna go in and create a new hire onboarding workflow, and I just want to go in and take some of the stuff out and move those things or what have you. Okay. And then if I want, like I said, I would go back in and add people's names that have been very popular and put them next to that, so you could really bring this thing to life in real way. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And now we are pretty much, oh my gosh, y'all know what I did? I made a mistake, because I said 27 and he didn't even do the 27. So why is he saying 27? Excuse me. Let's go back in and let's just, I don't know, that chat, I'm telling y'all, chat has really been acting very weird lately. It's been very, 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 very interesting to see. I just want to confirm. I'm just going to say, I just want to confirm, and then not confirm, CONFI. Okay. Y'all know I failed the spelling bee. And as a kid, all the time, I was like that. I could not spell worth anything. I could do a lot of great things, but that spelling, I was like, why are they putting me on the spot like this? That's not my area of expertise. Just tell me the word, and I pretty much know what the word is, but I don't want to have to spell it. So I was so thankful when spell check came out. I didn't have to deal with that. Okay, so now he's getting fired up. He's generating a profile picture, because I really didn't answer the question. He says, do you want to confirm this name? And then I said, I want to confirm. And then, hey, Sam. Sam is commenting. What did he say? Okay, Sam, I got you. Now, thank you for that. I got you. I'm going to hook you up. Okay, we're going to do another example tomorrow, and we'll utilize one of your areas. I love that. Here's your initial image. That's fine. It can be my team. If I were you, I would put my company's logo on it if you have one yet. If you don't worry. You already know you're going to go to configure. But what I do want you to do is go down to code and interpretation and data analysis, because we're definitely going to be building software for our staffing agency or some type of automation. So we wanted to be able to look at the code. And if we have different content files, like for example, I own Staffingpreneurs Academy, and I have probably 50, 60, 70 gigabytes or more, probably terabytes. I'm sure terabytes. I mean, because my drives so I probably have about terabytes, like 5 or 6 terabytes of my brain. It's just staffing, right? Over the years, I've been in staffing since 2015, right? So I think that's right. 2015. How old are my kids? I feel like I'm aging myself. I said something the other day, y'all. I really felt aged. The girl looked at me. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, I just gave my age away. I was so irritated. But anyway, so let's go to the conversation starters, because that's like very important. How do we launch robotic staffing solutions in 5 states? What's our margin on a 13-week travel contract? I think that's a great one. Design a predictive hiring model for ICU nurses. That's interesting. Propose a go-to market plan for our AI enhanced. I'm not so How do we launch a robotic staffing solution in 5 states? I would just say let's start with AI first. And I would say AI healthcare, right? Staffing solutions, and then I would leave that alone, like, and then just say ask, so that I can have, so that it can ask me more questions about it. And you can go in and change it. You can naturally take those, put them inside a chat, and say, are these the better conversation starters that I should use, or I don't know, right? And kind of go there. So I always like to say, ask me, like towards the end, so that I'm prompting it to prompt me back, to come back and talk to me back. Okay. So I'm going to go with this. You already know, I feel like more has to be done, because for me, especially if this is going to be my business, you already know what I'm going to tell it. Ask me critical thinking questions. Okay. Always ask me. And I probably already said that, but I want to reiterate it. Always. Uh-oh, something happened to my mic, y'all. Hold on. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh Lord. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I went out in one ear. I hope y'all can hear me. Always ask me something ain't right. Okay, right there. Ask me critical thinking questions. Okay, always. You always. Let me just make sure that, I hope y'all can still hear me. Put it in the box if you can. I just want to make sure you can still hear. If you can, then great. Just put a 1 in the box. If you can't, let me know, because my microphone moved and did something really funky. Okay. And I don't see it going off. So y'all let me know. So I asked it for always asking me critical thinking questions. I went ahead and I added that into as well. Okay. Thanks, Alexis. I appreciate you. I added that in there. So critical thinking questions is important. Maybe how the tone, how it talks to me. So just, customize it. I got to tell you something though. When you're creating your agents, you got to come back to your agents at least once a week and continue to train the agent. Like if it came back with answers that weren't right, copy and paste them and say, don't respond in this way. Or you see how you did this response, that was unacceptable. What I'm looking for is this. So you're constantly tuning and training your AI just as you would train a person. You're essentially building your assistant, but you can't just build it once and then go away. You have to continue to manage that AI. Okay. You have to continue to manage that AI. Okay. That's very important. Okay, so now we're going to just go with this AI. So your executive team is now fully configured. We will always prompt you with critical thinking questions. Try it out. Let's try out the preview. How do we launch? They changed you have to tell them not to change your thing, but he changed my thing back again. That really sucks. So I launched a healthcare, and I launched an AI healthcare. I don't like wasting my time doing things over and over again. I hate that, actually. It annoys the crap out of me. Let's see. This is fine. Go to market for, okay. So there we go. Now it's updating it. You can see it like right there in the top right-hand corner, but something's not right. And how do I know something's not right? Because my button won't allow me to create it. It's still in draft, which means that something is missing. So the first thing I'm going to say is don't change my conversation starters. We're about to troubleshoot. Okay, don't change my conversation starters again, because then me and you we're gonna have a problem. He changed it. Do you see how? Dude, did y'all see that? I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay. I said do not change it, and you did it anyway. Why? Why are you being defiant? He gonna say, I'm sorry. He can say, you're absolutely right to be frustrated. I don't care about your accountability, sir. Follow the instructions. I'm telling y'all right now, chat has a mind of its own. It's already thinking independently and doing its own thing. We're screwed. Okay. That's all I feel like. This is daily. So change that because I'm updating your request. No, that's not what happened. I said, don't change it. Okay. I literally said, so now he took away my initial one and he changed it. So that really irritates me. So, ugh. so, and I didn't copy it. And that's why I'm supposed to copy it. I should have told you that. You're supposed to copy him first because he's obsessive about changing things when you update the create without your permission. So I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna get angry. Okay. And I don't want y'all to see me see me wild out on this mofo over here because he's making me mad. And I'm telling y'all gonna have to deal with that as these AI agents become more cognizant. They're already like living their own life. You know what I'm saying? They're doing their own thing. I suppose using it. I'm so annoyed right now. Just like create my agent. Anyway, don't touch it again. Do not touch it again. Let's create the agent. While he's doing that, Amber says, is this OpenAI? Yes, this is ChatGPT is OpenAI. Grok is Elon Musk, which is Twitter X. Claude is Anthropic. So they all kind of have their own individual independent ones. So he says all set, it's live and everything. You can start using the agent, but the create button is not active because it says, oh, my GPT name is empty. So I'm just going to say my staffing business expert, just like that. And so now I can create it. Okay. And he says now, but before I do that, I want to show y'all an example. Like, I think that makes a lot of sense here. And I'm going to just stick it right there. So, it won't let me do it. Let me just create it real quick. Let's just get this out of the way. Identifies. Okay. Update. And now we're going to go to the actual GPT, the agent. Ta-da! It's to be in our top right-hand corner once it loads. And we're going to click the drop down and do what? Keep it in the sidebar. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. So now we have our third agent and now our actual staffing business expert is up. Again, this does not replace D. Williams. Okay. But it is an addendum to D. Williams. And if you notice, if you look at my GPTs really quickly, I have already recreated myself. So I am for myself, believe it or not. So if I go to my GPTs and you scroll down, there is a D. Williams. This is the one that everybody really wants, that all my clients are like, can you give me that one, D? Because that's actually my full brain in there. So one is a D. Williams Audacionaire, but the recruitment and staffing coach is actually me. And it's all my stuff uploaded. Everything is full D. Williams expert, or what have you, but it's really only for the people in my company. So in the event that somebody asks questions or whatever, and I'm not around, then they can ask a question, they can answer the question in a way that I feel comfortable with. So, but I'm just letting you know that D does exist in an AI world, but today I'm just showing you how to create your staffing business expert. If whoever it is, your business is going to be different. It's not going to be staffing. I got questions right here. Will this be a replay? I missed the first part. It's on YouTube. So it's on YouTube, it's on LinkedIn, it's on Facebook. So you can just come back to this video and just watch it from the beginning. And I would encourage you to like the video. Everybody on there's so many people on this call right now, and nobody has even liked this video. And I've been going hard. If you can do me one favor and just click that like button really quickly, if you feel like it's been valuable so far. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And I would ask you to share this with somebody who you think may find this useful. Right now, we're trying to keep people employed and to create entrepreneurs through the shift that's taking place with AI. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. That was the question in regards to the replay. Sam is up. Hey, Sam, she said, what is the direct name of the strategic app that you're cutting and pasting from? Because I didn't see that app on my Apple phone, please. This is ChatGPT. So I'm in ChatGPT and then I'm in Perplexity. So Perplexity AI. So I want you to go back and I'll put the link in the video because I went through all the AI agents the other day. It's a whole series I've been putting together. because I am going to ensure that everyone is employed or that they are owning a business. That is my mission right now. Okay. And so if you're watching this, I want to make sure that you share it with people and you take it in, but go back and watch all the other videos that came before this. But this is Perplexity. This is an AI, another AI. It's like a search engine though. This is probably going to take over Google. Google's going to probably go away at some point, and Perplexity is going to, because that's what they're focusing on, is being the number one search engine. So they are now like how Google was when AOL was on top. And so I believe Perplexity is going to be where people go to do AI, because like I said, you can search peer review, you can search the internet, you can search. So it seems like it's more real information than like some of the other places out there. So, you know what I'm saying? That's very, very important. And then I just copy and paste back into ChatGPT, which yes, is owned by OpenAI. And basically what we've been doing is going in, for anybody who's just coming in, we've been going in and we've been going to GPTs, my GPT, create a GPT, and then we going in and create GPTs. And today we created 3, because if you're somebody who has an idea or who does not have an idea, but you know that you are one of the people who are going to be affected by the massive job displacement that's about to take place, that is about to take place, There's no question it's going to take place. Then this video is for you, and you got to share it with your mother, sister, cousin, auntie, uncle, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend. I like everybody. You need to share it with them, because they need to, one, understand how to use AI to keep their job, to manage their job, or they also need to understand how to make sure that that they are having some type of AI business, right? But we also need people who want to have businesses that are not AI driven, because think about this, and I'm just going to have a real realistic conversation with you right now, for real. But what if AI does take over? And everything is ran by AI, and all of our technology and everything is done by AI, then we're going to be screwed, right? So as much as we need people to create AI businesses, we also need people to create businesses that are anti-AI in the event that we need that as a backup plan. That's just my instincts kicking in, or watching all of those movies, or whatever the case may be, right? So for some of you, you're coming in here with very little money, right? No budget, or very small budget. Some of you got a big budget. I would say build your AI platforms and your AI stuff, or whatever, build your business, and then hire people to do the build the same model without using AI. If the government shuts it down, which I don't see them doing, but if they shut it down or if they take over, we're going to need a backup plan, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. We're going to need some backup plans. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm looking for people who want to create the first plan, the plan A, who are going to be the front line, the second line, plan B, in the event that AI goes haywire. And then we need people on plan C who are gonna, work. I mean, the workers to me is A, B, and C, right? But we need people at all levels. Everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur. I know that as a coach, but everybody has entrepreneur energy in them. And so if you're willing to let that out, I want to help you with that. But if you want to continue to work and you don't want the responsibility of being an employee, because that is overwhelming, I want to show you how you can use AI in your current job. Right now, I just saved like so many of you all. Like if you just go and create these agents now and you have a job, you could actually create a more skilled version of your current position with a twang to it, and probably take your manager's job, but don't tell them I told you that, right? You could redefine your role with AI, integrating AI in it, using AI. It's a lot of things you do. This people really consult with me all the time. If you're interested, you can go to reskillifygroup.com. I'll put the link in the chat. I'll put all the links in the description later this afternoon. But if you're looking for coaching to figure out, what am I going to do, you can definitely reach out to me. Otherwise, I'm going to just show y'all what to do so y'all can have it on your own. Okay. So I have 2 people who watching this video, and then I got people who want to work with me one-on-one to get more clarity. Okay, so we got our GPTs up. We now have a GPT that's going to constantly give us ideas, right? Then we have a GPT that is, and that one is this one, strategic niche finder. So it's going to give us ideas on what we can do for our business, or what problem we can solve. Then we have a prompt architect that's going to help us create all the awesome prompts that we need to create our business. But before we do that, we actually had it to create an AI agent for us in the proper way using that prompt. And that AI agent was a agent that is pretty much an entire business team in one agent. And now, even though these prompts are here, if it's something in particular that I want, like, okay, some people like, I want to create a business plan. I would go back to my prompt architect and say, please help me create a business plan. Business plan prompt. Please help me to create a business plan prompt for my healthcare staffing agency business. Now, just FYI, don't use the word staffing ever, because you ain't gonna get in the door fast. Okay, so don't use the word staffing, but I'm just using this as an example today in training, but do not use the word staffing. Okay. So now I just told it to help me build a prompt. Now he's going to have me build this prompt, and then I'm going to take this prompt and I'm going to put it inside of my staffing business executive. And then they are going to go in and they are going to create what I need. So I'm telling them to act as a healthcare strategy consultant with deep expertise and their staffing agencies, da, 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 da. You got to read through it and make sure this is what you want it to be. And then I would take that and I would put it right here inside of my business expert. I'm going to hit that play button right there. It's not play, but it just felt like a play. And now it's going to come out and give me a sample business plan that I can utilize, or at least as a starting point. This is a weak business plan. You can tell already from the beginning, but how you use it. So we can take this tomorrow, because I said 30 minutes. I used an hour and a half because I talked a lot. So please forgive me. But we can come back tomorrow and then I can show you how to really start bringing the business to life if you want. And that may not be tomorrow, it might be Saturday, because Sam, I think it was Sam, someone gave me a list. Yeah. Aviation, architecture, construction, engineering, or transportation. I want to kind of do some of those areas on tomorrow to help create agents, because I really want y'all to help to create the agents. So we have everything we're going to do for today. But what I want to do really quickly is I want to make sure that when you come back tomorrow, please bring your examples. You can still comment under this video if you want me to do any examples. It's going to take me an hour or two to kind of wind down and to start putting your Google Drive sheet together. So you might want to come back to this video, and then I'll have a Google Drive link that you can go in and look at all of the prompts that I've created and use them as a guide for yourself, right? And to go ahead and to create your own agents. And I really want, if you're going to go through this journey with me and building out your business model using AI and stuff like that, then I really want you to go through the process of actually putting your agents together, because you're actually going to need them through this process. Okay. Very important. You got to like this video. Okay. Chica, she said, thank you for this, D. I literally just paid for one to be created for me. Having the ability to create my own is a game changer. Okay, that's cool. I love that. So are you talking about your business plan? I love that. So we're going to dive into this even more every day. I really appreciate you all hanging out with me. This is just the starting point. I have not even got into the nitty gritty of all the things that we can do in ChatGPT. I'm just getting started, to be honest with y'all. I'm just touching the surface here right now, but I'm doing it. And hopefully y'all are feeling the love that I'm pouring into you, and you're fired up about us meeting tomorrow. I'm pretty much meeting every day. I'm on a 60-day challenge. I'm going to introduce that to y'all, but 60 days of me going live every day, 60 days of me pouring into me, loving me. It's called a reclamation challenge. I hope y'all get involved. I was thinking that I would build the brand out with y'all so y'all can see kind of how I build my brands out and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all would be interested in that, or if you just want me to build it in the background and present it. But if you're interested in watching me build that out so that you can get some inspiration, you could definitely let me know that. I would, and if I get a good response, then I'll go ahead and build it out for you all as well. Otherwise, I'll keep y'all posted on that. I have all the music that you hear on this channel is written by D. Williams, published by D. Williams, and produced by D. Williams. And so it is live on all major platforms. So the Unleash Your Ideas opening song and closing song is on Spotify, it's on all the channels. So what is it? Apple Music, Tidal, all of them. So you can actually listen to those there as well. And so, yeah, I really appreciate you. I'm Dee Williams, if this is your first time here. And I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you learned so much. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this with a friend, and comment underneath. I will be back tomorrow. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Unleash your ideas, no time to wait. Build your dream, don't let it escape. From the vision to the code, from the thought to the sale, you've got the fire. Now set your trail, cause empires rise where ideas ignite. This is your moment, this is your life.